Hello everyone, this is DavidViadel23 and welcome to the Mandragon's Cave. Today we are gonna be drawing Prince Grus from One Piece. Prince Grus is a character that basically, it's a newly introduced character, okay? He is a young guy, young man, with a funny hat, very large hat, and a massive coat as well, okay? So, one important thing about this character is that he belongs to the faction of Sword. We all know at this point in One Piece that Sword is this group of marines, okay, that they kind of renounced about the responsibilities from the marines. So if they do something wrong or something against someone that is bad, the marines will not protect them. And we have a couple of guys that we have confirmation that they work there. Kobe and Helmepo are there, Prince Grus is there, Kujaku is there, we have as well Drake, XDrake is there. So all these guys went to Hachinosu to rescue Kobe and everything. So I want to talk about Prince Grus, I don't know if it is Prince Grus, Prince Gurusu, they call it in Japanese, Prince Grus. I want to talk about him because I have some ideas and I have been wanting to do this video for a little bit now, and to be honest, I think his character has important clues that we can dissect from this character to apply to other characters and the future of the story in One Piece. We have seen him in 1117, that is the latest episode in manga so far. So I'm gonna be talking about the spoilers, concepts, ideas, and how I think his story is gonna go forward in the manga. But yeah, as I said, and I always say, I'm gonna be talking about the spoilers. So if you feel that you are not up to date or you wanna avoid watching this video for possible spoilers, just go to the main channel, the Mandragon's Cave, check another video, pick another video that you can watch, and yeah, come back later to this one when you are up to date, and that's it. There's no problem with that. So when do we meet this guy, Prince Grus? Okay, so Prince Grus is a character that is introduced in one of the mini stories about Capone Beige, and he is trying to capture him, and he ends up basically finding Lola. He thinks that is Chiffon, because they are twin sisters, but he ends up capturing Lola. So with all of this, we have Gotti. Gotti is Capone Beige #1. He's basically, he sees this, he's chasing them, he fights them, he loses and everything. So we see Prince Grus introduced as a very, very strong guy. We don't know who he is at that time, but he has the rank of Rear Admiral at the moment. The Rear Admiral, it's a very high rank in the Marines. So to be able to chase a supernova, to be after a supernova, and the Marines to send him to fight someone from this group, they acknowledge his power, and they know that this guy has a lot of possibility, So I am gonna be doing him in a funny posture because I want to kind of express. He has this kind of massive coat. I want him to express this kind of feeling of open, like he's gonna be doing some things here that I'm gonna do here, and it's gonna be doing as well here something I wanna do. You will see as I draw. Okay, I have some ideas, some nice ideas to make this guy very nice, like this. So we all know about Prince Grus, so you will see slowly what I mean. And if you see this guy on the floor here, there is there is a Akuma Nomi that he has. There's this Akuma Nomi that he has. The translation in English is the glorp Nomi, and basically Prince is a clay man. Clay man, it's very similar to Caribou, the power that Caribou has, the power as well that Mr. 3 has, okay, and you know, clay is basically sand and a little bit of water, and you can make the clay and do your things and everything. So as I said, he's a very cool character, very strong character. He can do this kind of weapons. He can do kind of like maces and hammers and things. We see him doing this in Hachinosu. We see him as well making some sort of humanoid golems, like I'm doing here, a replica, one of those on the floor when it's cut in half. So he has a fruit that we don't know if it is Paramecia or Logia. It should be Paramecia because it's not a pure element like fire, but and it resembles more to Mr. 3, but it's never been confirmed so far. And yeah, I find it very interesting, very nice. And when he's introduced in this mini story, we see these guys, these bad guys, or these marine guys with him, and we think, oh, okay, these are more short guys. Oda is giving us a little bit of lore, etc., etc. But then we end up realizing that in Hachinosu that actually these are characters that he made with his powers, and yeah, because in the manga it's not shown very clear this, as we have the manga is, you know, black and white, so we can't see the colors, but in the anime it is clearly defined that he's always surrounded by 3-4 of these main golems, so kind of he has these ones by default. And in the anime, as I'm saying, Oda Toei, basically they paint them like grayish, bluish, like, yeah, some sort of clay. Okay, when they are done, they are kind of grayish. And I think when he uses the power a little bit as well, they use this kind of tone, this brownish color, like sand, okay, like mud color, and very, very interesting. So let's kind of define. It's gonna be the code. He has a kind of a chain thingy here. I want him to be making the columns like this, and another one here I want. This, as I said, is gonna be as well a very loose character. I like the design. It's one of those designs that is very interesting for me, very Oda looking, and yeah, maybe I don't do the eyes because I like more his image when he's portrayed without the eyes. So probably I'm gonna do like that. And he wears like a jumpsuit or something like this underneath the massive coat, the massive brown coat, like something up to here. So we will do the coat like this, okay? He's walking. This one maybe went a little bit to the back, so I'm kind of not certain of this leg here. Let's make a floor for him so we can have him standing. And we have this one here, and then this one needs to go. Yeah, something like this it could be. And the code goes like this. And then here I wanted to do a mini him, because he always has, well, he's introduced in the manga and they reveal his name and everything. We have this kind of mini Mini Prince Grus, very funny, very nice, like this smiley face, like a puppet, small puppet, so he's like a puppeteer, basically like Doflamingo. And I will be talking about all of this slowly. But there is a lot of info that I want to show about this character. So these golems that he has, basically, is not confirmed either, but we see, or I understand there is a concept of them being sentient, okay? Being sentient. Sentient means that these characters that he makes, these golems, can go on their own, and they can talk, and they have their own character, their own idea. Well, not their own ideas, well, we don't know, but they have their own being, okay? So they are able to go somewhere far from him, fight, talk, get information, come back, and then talk to Grus, to Prince Grus, to have all this info for him, okay? So, yeah, he has this cap as well, and it says Marines there, like, we will write it later. So, this kind of power is as well very similar to the revolutionary guy called Karasu. It has like a, in the mouth is like a crow, big, and he transforms into multiple crows and he's able to fly, move. We see him that he is with Dragon, but some of his birds are with Sabo in Dressrosa, and then Sabo escapes flying on top of the birds, and Sabo is talking with Karasu, so he's talking with the birds, and the birds are connected to Karasu in another place of the world, so that means that those birds are sentient, and they allow him to communicate. So something that the birds know, he knows as well, and I think this is the same case. Something that the golems know, or the golems fight, he knows as well. I think it's very delicate, and for me, Karasu is a Logia power, and it is not an element power, like fire, but it's a Logia. So we need to wait to see what is gonna confirm regarding this guy, but my bet is that he is gonna be most probably a Paramecia type of power, okay? So let's do, because he's very strong, like most of the characters in One Piece, so he has plenty of chocolate tablet here. Let's do this like this. This is the chest, very big chest as well. Okay, something nice. Okay. This little puppet, little guy. I'm gonna make it like very irregular, like he's just kind of throwing him like this. Okay. Okay. I think we're getting there with the design. This guy here has like some sort of tattoo on the face, like a marine cross, like an anchor upside down. And the eyes as well. Has an evil face, a little bit of evil face. Like I love these evil faces that Oda does all the time. Okay, so he's kind of half melted there. The symbol of the Marines on the side. Another piece there. Okay, I think we kind of have the design, okay, and now I'm gonna go and do the next step. We are all in frame. Yeah, let's move it a little bit here. Next step is adding a little bit of line work here. Okay. So I believe that Prince Grus, as I explained the other day in my Stussy video, is another one of these characters like Stussy. Please check the Stussy video here, because there's a lot of connections with Imu. I think Prince Grus and Imu are connected regarding the power. And Prince Grus and Stussy, they are foreshadowing, together with Bibi, foreshadowing for what Imu is gonna be doing. I believe Imu to have the human fruit model Satan, the devil basically. And I think she may have created the Gorosei from herself or himself. We don't know if it is him or she. Like Prince Grus, okay? So I think like Prince Grus is creating these golems, these little golems or these big guys, and they are sentient and they are able to move. Because what I've seen in Hachinosu when he fights and how they reconstruct and everything and how they regenerate, I believe the Gorosei maybe something like that as well. We haven't had a confirmation that they ate any fruits. We see that they are awakened, but they can be connected to the other main body. I think Imu created them from herself or kind of possessing another body, possessing someone and adapting that body, but once this kind of technique is performed, they belong to Imu, okay? It's like, I don't know, you cut a finger and from that finger will become a monster, a Gorosei, let's say, okay? Kind of playing with the idea of demons and possession and darkness and everything. The concept of Satan with Imu is because you know, all the stories are about good and evil, and this is kind of universal knowledge in all the cultures and all the religions and all of this. You have this kind of good and bad, and as well in the image of the Gorosei, when the Cobra accident happens and everything, we have as well there's like a tail in a form of an arrow, like a shadow, and I think that's 100% the tail of Satan, the tail of the devil, like a demon tail. Okay, let's do the nose, maybe long nose like this. Yeah, I don't want to do the eyes as I said before. Gonna make him a little bit like dirty like this because, as I was saying, I want to make. I like more when he's not showing the eyes all the time, like in 11-17. She's kind of always like worried, mysterious, and I love that type of character like that. So let's do this funny hat as well, this funny cup. Okay. So as I said, the type of regeneration that we see in these guys, the golems, are very similar to the ones in Gorosei in Egghead. So that's why I think there are a lot of clues of these characters to be connected, and this kind of be some sort of foreshadowing for Imu and foreshadowing for the power that she may be wielding, you know, and that is very important for the story. I don't think Oda would kind of throw into the mix such a big character or importance, kind of being Kobe's colleague and Helmeppo and everyone looking up to him like he's their superior. He's nakama, but he's their superior. And at the same time, you have this. Extreme power that he has. Okay. So let's see. There is a very nice thing when I'm talking about Karasu, okay, before, and Karasu, what he is able to do is to communicate with Sabo through these sentient beings that they are the crows, okay, and at the same time you see Gorosei in Egghead, how they communicate as well between themselves without talking, like with the mind, like you know, like extra superpower, and you can say one of them has it, it will be okay, two of them have it, okay, and Oda can invent here whatever they want, but this internal mental dialogue that they have, I think it's one of those things that it makes you think that they are connected beyond being only different characters with a specific type of power. I think this is that concept that it makes me think as well, because of the type of golems, that the type of regeneration, the type of communication that they use, the type of apparition that they did, and everything, like they have been sent. And in one of my previous videos, I'm talking about Imu, I'm talking about Stussy, and the one about Stussy, I'm talking about the Gorosei, how they have basically failed, and a lot of information has been revealed in Egghead. I think they must be punished by the bad guy, that in this case is Imu, and I think she's gonna absorb them and teleport them back to Marijua, and they are gonna be in front of Imu, and Imu needs to absorb them, or absorb most of them. I'm thinking about maybe Imu will absorb all of them, but Ethan Varon, that is the Samurai Gandhi looking, the samurai guy for the Gorosei, because there's been as well this in the last episode, this clash with Zorro and everything, and they clashed swords. Zorro was only, keep an eye on this, only with two swords, but they clashed, they fell like equals, kind of like they have been clashing at the same power level, but obviously he wasn't going full on, and Zorro wasn't going full on because only using two swords. But so with this concept, I think this kind of sentient Akuma no Mi, sentient fruits, that they allow the user to make other kind of living beings and send them to other places, all of them need to explain a higher character, okay? This will explain as well why the Gorosei guys are afraid. They are afraid of Imu. So even if the bad guy is a bad guy, you could say, okay, let's say Crocodile wouldn't be afraid of his boss in the government, whatever, or Doflamingo wouldn't be afraid of this and that, but these guys are actually very, very afraid of Imu, and this is because they seem untouchable, and there's nothing that you can do to kill them in Egghead, but they are scared of Imu. That means there is like a ass under Imu's sleeve, and probably is this concept of absorption, because if he or she absorbs them, they can't escape from that. They are created from Imu, and they can be destroyed only by Imu. That's my thought. And if one of them, in this case, this Ethan Baron, is alive still at the end, and is not absorbed by Imu, is because we need a little bit of a clash with Zorro. I don't think it's the final enemy for Zorro. I have other ideas for Zorro that I will put here as well, about Vista from the Blackbeard Pirates. But yeah, so let's kind of focus here a little bit. It's very funky shoes that he has. Very funny and very nice, like this, and its lines. I love the character design that Oda has. It is incredibly creative, and it's like magic. Seeing this man creating characters and creating powers, it's something from another world. I love it so much. Let's do this other arm, because there is one of the golems is down here. I'm gonna make it make the fingers like they're kind of disintegrating. He basically doesn't need to... He's not using it like Mr. 3, the power, that Mr. 3 it will make kind of like a seamless piece of mass and it will create. He basically uses the hand in some sort of... This hand is detached to the character, so kind of that's as well another point for saying that he is not Logia user. Mr. 3 is Paramecia, but we never know with Oda, you know, because I don't think this is one of those major issues that he needs to address, and if he doesn't address it, it's going to be a problem for everyone. But at the same time, it's always nice to see and to know these things. Okay, so I think the guy here, we got him as well. The symbol, Marines, and the symbol here. We're gonna go back like this. Marines, okay. And now the chains. Feel free as well to tell me in the comments what do you think about Prince Grus and his power, and what do you think about the concept of him and the power that he has been connected somehow to Emu and to a probably or possibly a kind of sentient concept of monsters or golems that Karasu creates, he creates, and Emu, if this theory about the Gorosei is right, creates as well. And yeah, let's talk about it to see what you think, and I'm open to conversation, so feel free to comment in the chat, and as soon as I see it, I will open discussion, and anyone that wants kind of participate as well with the concept of for the concept of theorizing and everything is well received. And yeah, so let's do a little bit of floor here. Okay. I don't want to finish the arms like this. You're gonna make it like this, kind of in pieces like that. It's kind of like this. Yeah, creating it like. Very nice design, very nice power, very nice concept. I love it. And let's make some decoration here. Just a quick one about Gorosei. Gorosei, remember Jupiter, the blonde guy, the younger Gorosei, that he seems to know less than the others. He's asking the elder ones, oh, why didn't they do this? Why did that? So he kind of has less knowledge, I think, basically because the rest of the guys were assimilated or created years ago, maybe not straight away in the 900 years ago, in the 100th void century. Maybe around that time some of them were assimilated, or someone died, or she had to sacrifice someone or kill someone to kind of fortify the power that she has around the other Goroseis, and that's why they are so scared. And now having this blonde guy, Jupiter, that is the kind of worm-looking monster, he asks a lot of questions. He's the only one that asks a lot of questions, and that's kind of giving me hints that these guys come from different eras, or they were created at different times, specifically him, Jupiter. And that will make as well this concept, like with Prince Grus, that he can create one guy and have it working for a little bit for him, and then tomorrow he can create another one, but he doesn't know what the other one knows, okay? So maybe these golems can't communicate between them much, but only with him. And yeah, that can be something interesting and very nice as well for a fantasy story and superpowers story like his One Piece. So I'm saying that I love Prince Grus design, okay? Tell me as well in the comments what do you think about his style, his design, his type of face and everything. I love it. It's very cool, very nice, very Oda. And It is important because how he is designed, does he remind you to someone? Yes, it reminds me to Doffy, Rocinante, a little bit about, because the face and the hair, Aramaki, that is Green Bull. I believe him to be connected somehow to Doflamingo. I can't make it 100% yet how, but kind of developing all of this idea. I would even say that he may have been Rocinante apprentice while Rocinante was working for the Marines, while he was working for Sengoku during the years that he disappeared from Doffy's side, and the style of clothing is similar, the coat is similar, the hair is similar, and in fact, we have Grus, Prince Grus, being a puppeteer like Doflamingo with his golems. Doflamingo with his string fruit is able to control other people and make everyone do whatever he wants. I'm basically puppeteer. As you can see, I'm throwing a lot of information. I think this goes beyond all of these concepts with Doflamingo, because I believe he needs to escape from Impel Down, as I explained in my Doflamingo video that I will put here as well, and please check it out so you can understand the full picture. And yeah, Prince Gorosei is not showing his eyes most of the time like Rocinante, and the design is very similar. So there is a comment from Oda, okay, there is a comment from Oda, very important, that says, when a man with one eye or an eye patch, depend of the interpretation or the translation of the sentence. When this man with an eye patch or with one eye shows up, we are very close to the end of One Piece. Okay. Who has an eye patch Jolly Roger in One Piece that we all know? Doflamingo. Doflamingo. Check the Doflamingo thing and you will see. So why, the question here is why Oda would do this kind of design for Doflamingo when Doflamingo has no eye patch that we know. Okay, we never seen his eyes, but we don't know if he has an eye patch or not. Why all the Jolly Rogers in One Piece, all the flags, all the symbols in One Piece, all of them represent whatever, like Luffy with the straw hat, Capone Beji with the tank, Law with the hearts. All of them have this connection. So when you see the flag of the pirate enemy, when you see a flag of an enemy, you can recognize who is it. Like in real life pirates used to put, you know, skeleton, swords, different colors, red, black to depict death and to depict danger. And they used to put as well sand clocks, so they could. That will mean how long you have left of life. They are gonna kill you and all these things. So Doflamingo is the only one that so far I don't see a connection with his Jolly Roger. So that's why I think that, as I explained in that other video, that he will escape in Impel Down. He will get. You can check the mechanical ancient weapons theory that I will put here as well, because I think he will take one of the weapons and etc. etc. You can check it there. And Doflamingo, Rocinante, Law, and this guy are connected to this concept of the man with the eye patch or the man with one eye. There's a lot of concepts in One Piece that Oda is kind of keeping secret at the moment, and I can't wait to see the reveal and what is going to happen with that. I think Egghead is kind of escalating up and going into one of the top of my favorite sagas, like Water 7, to be honest. As I said, I think there is a second life for Doflamingo outside, and this kind of body design that looks like a bad guy, I don't think is random, Doflamingo could be infiltrated. I'm not saying that this guy is bad, but Doflamingo could be infiltrated everywhere, even here. If this guy, in fact, because this guy is younger than Rocinante, and he started this whole marine career, as far as I know, 2 years ago, and he kind of... it's a little bit of a rival with Kobe. There is like a rivalry there when they are fighting in Hachinosu, and Garp says, "Oh, you are the future of the Marines," to Kobe. Prince Grus is like, actually, me too. Kind of, he respects Garp, but there is kind of a something weird going on there. So maybe this character can be hiding some secrets and could be an informant for the bad guys, like Rocinante was an informant for the good guys. Yeah, so basically Imu, foreshadowing, Doflamingo, connections, I think. I explained in the video about Doflamingo, the video about the ancient weapons, the video about Stussy a little bit, and in terms of power and everything, if you check out those videos with Stussy as well, with the power of that, she's kind of a succubus vampire, together with that power and together with this, I think we can make one and have a super cool power for a final bad guy, and it can be very interesting. So horribly, the hair is kind of oops, broke a little bit there. Green, like Green Bull. As I said, it reminds me to Green Bull, to Doflamingo, to Rocinante, to all of these bad guys. So just let's add that very, very horrible decision from, I don't know if it was Oda or Toei, or maybe, yeah, he said, yeah, actually, do it this color, but yeah, I don't like this type of hair for him, but it is what it is. What do we have to do? Can't do anything else there. This kind of power, as I said, it reminds me to Mr. 3, and Oda does this all the time. He elevates previous powers into something else, like Miss Valentine with Magbice, Pika and Abalo Pizarro, all the time is doing the fruits. Like Katakuri and Luffy are very similar too, in the showcase of the power as well. Mr. 3, this is like a Mr. 3 evolved, because his golems can move. Mr. 3 status couldn't move. Even the Caribou power as well is like an evolution of Caribou's power and Doflamingo's power as well, because he doesn't have to kidnap anyone, he can make his own people to do whatever he wants. So, as I say, we see him in 1117 here. I think he has more info about everything that he shares. He's strong, everyone looks up to him, he's Rear Admiral, he's under Drake, and the rest of the sword seem to be lower ranked than him, Captain, and things like this. And he's calm all the time, he's very clever, he's very thoughtful. In the last episode, he's kind of thinking. They are kind of, XDrake, Kujaku says, XDrake doesn't want to be disturbed now because blah blah blah, he can't talk now, okay. And Prince Grus is like thinking, like what is going on. He's kind of listening to the Vegapunk with curiosity and thinking about, he's not stressed like Kobe, that Kobe and Helmepo are stressed and all of them. So he's kind of, he has something going on. That's the vibes that it gives me. There's 2 white lines in his jumpsuit like this, okay? Okay, looking nice. As well, now that we are, all of us, with them in the hospital, and this theory, this supposition about his real being, it can tie a lot of loose ends here. So if Rocinante, think about this, okay? If Rocinante was indeed, if Grus, Prince Grus was Rocinante's old apprentice, there is one man who would know this, and that is Sengoku, because Sengoku, Rocinante was working for Sengoku, okay? Sengoku and Suru at the moment had no clue where Garp is, and they are moving, they are sailing towards Kujaku and the rest of the kids, that they're in the hospital, because Kujaku is communicated with Tsuru and they got that information. So they are going to talk with Sword to see where is Garp and what happened to Garp. And then we will have Sengoku and this guy in the same room. Okay? Do you know, in this channel I have a very big theory, very big idea about another character that may be Sword, and that is Law. I have a video here that I'm going to put here about Trafalgar Law being a member of Sword, because the connection and the conversations that he has with Drake in Shabondi and in Wano. I think, as I explained in my Drake video, that I'm going to put here as well, in my Drake video, I say, the new mini-story is going to be or Yamato, or Momo, or Drake, after Wano. And in fact we have Yamato at the moment, that he is showing a little bit with Momo as well, but they didn't show Drake. That means Drake is in the main story, Drake is in this episode, Drake is in the hospital with them. Kujaku said, do not bother him. Drake is listening to the old man, Vegapunk, explain all the realities of the world, or the truth of the world. And what I explain in these two videos, in the Drake especially, is that what I think is that Drake escaped from Onigashima, sailed to the hospital to heal, because he was very wounded after the fight with the CP0. And on this trajectory, in this trip, he saved Law and Bepo. At the very end of the episode, 11:17, the message is caught, and we have Vegapunk saying something in the lines of, oh, all of you with the name of D, there is, we don't know, and then it gets caught, kind of, when he's gonna say something there important, it gets caught. Why it gets caught? It gets caught because he's gonna say something probably about D, and detail about D that Oda doesn't want us to know as per yet, okay? But who is on that image? Who is shown on that image when Vegapunk says that? A couple of people connecting with D, no? So you have Dragon, you have Sabo, okay, and then you have Kobe as well. Kobe is all wounded with patches, and they show you Marshall D. Teach, that is Blackbeard, and then all of them in a line, and then Bepo. Bepo is all patched. Bepo is all patched. Is that theory true? Did Drake save them on the way to the hospital? And Bepo is patched because Law and Bepo are in the hospital? It could be. If, as I explained in my theory, it is revealed that Law is Sword, okay, do we have a meeting? Because we know that Rocinante Corazon was like a father figure, like an older brother figure for Law. And Sengoku, Rocinante was working for Sengoku. If this guy was the apprentice, and this guy is there, is this guy worried as well because Law is there, but no one knows, apart from Drake probably, that Law actually was the whole time working undercover for Sengoku? Not actually for Sengoku, for himself, but being part of Sword. Is that why these connections with Drake all the time? And I explained in my Drake video, oh, look, Law and Drake here, Law and Drake there, Law and Drake in Swallow Island when they are kids, the one who escapes, the one who stays, all the time connecting them, and now, in the episode that it is revealed, 11:17, the episode that is revealed that Bepo is alive and well and patched, near the vignette that is Kobe drawn, possibly in the same hospital, they show you Bepo, because he's in connection with a D, Trafalgar, D. Walter, Law, but they don't show you Law, okay? They don't show you Law. So they will show you dragon, that it's a D, martial teach, that it's a D, but they don't show you Law in that moment. They don't show you Luffy in that moment, okay? They don't show you anyone else in that moment. So that I think it's an idea. I think that's an idea that we have from Oda. It's a clue that Oda is giving there as a, let's try to find a brown color, as a clue. It's giving you a clue. It's telling you there that, okay, keep an eye on this because lore is coming. Egghead is about lore, and I see a meeting between Sengoku, Law, Drake, Prince Grus. These 4 characters. Once Sengoku arrives to the hospital and they talk, like we've seen the sword members slowly, all of them up and down, we will have these characters meeting. Sengoku will do the introductions. Sengoku will say, oh, Law, I introduce you to Prince Grus. He was the apprentice of Rocinante while Rocinante was working for us. Law would be revealed like, okay, he will reveal, okay, I'm captain of sword as well, at the same level like Drake, similar rank. That's because I don't think there is kind of a only one Drake, only one captain level there. I think it's gonna be different ones, and all of them have different missions. And so basically, I think there it will be revealed like actually Law. Hi kids, all these kids, Kobe, him, Kujaku, Helmepo, oh, hello kids, Law is your boss, he's been working undercover like Rocinante has been working before for us, for the Flamingo, etc, etc. I think it is very important, very nice, and yeah, we will see that probably very soon. I think this goes in connection with the full story of Elbaf and etc, etc, and when they introduce a little bit more the sword plot to see where is sword going with the concept of Garp and everything. I have a nice video about Garp that I will put in the show more section as well, about, I don't think they're gonna kill him or something. I think they are gonna, maybe they kill him later on, but they are gonna extract his memories with Pudding's fruit, and that's why they want Pudding. I don't think Pudding can read the poneglyphs yet, or I don't think she will at any time, but yeah. So I am gonna change. Look what I bought. You remember this guy, no? This little guy, this is my favorite. He's almost at the end of life, he's just this bit. So I bought this holder. So this goes like, just press it like this, just screw it like this, and it keeps it tight, and then I can, you see, as you can see, like this, I can add color like I want, and I have this thing. I always wanted one of these, and the other day I went to the shop and I found it, and yeah, feel free as well in the comments to say if you have any kind of weird things like me that you were looking for to buy for a very long time and you just got it. You can say it, or if you don't have it yet, you can say it as well. This is one of those things. I kept it in the store. I want it like, oh my god, as soon as I see one, I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna buy it. So the characters, the golems, are a little bit kind of bluish, grayish. Don't know much how it's portrayed 100% or how. It's difficult because it's a mix between Caribou and the other guy, so I'm just gonna make it like, I'm gonna add some black, like he's kind of making him like this, but I will add a little bit of brown as well, okay? Just basically to see how it looks like this. Is creating it from clay because it's clay. Yeah, something like this, I think it works for me. Very nice. This one as well, I'm gonna make it like this. Like he's making it, but he's not still fully make. Okay. So I think with all this info, all the pieces regarding Law, Sword, Kobe, Prince Grus, XDrake, all of the pieces are starting to fall in piece and to fall in place, and I love it. I'm enjoying. I said to you many times, I'm enjoying like a kid this saga. It has become a very strong contender for Water 7. That is my favorite saga. Let's add a little bit of darkness here. This could be if Prince Grus actually has connections with Doflamingo because Oda decides to make him bad. This could be a bad moment, well, a good moment for him and for Doflamingo to get more info even, and to get intel in the current situation of things from inside, not only from the newspapers, and on top of this from Sword, because we don't know, we haven't seen anyone kind of within Sword that it's a traitor or it's a bad, and in all of the factions you have one or two that they are like, we don't know, but yeah. So you're making the floor black now, a little bit dark like this for today's video, like this. Okay, just making this guy. The power, I love it. The power is something that one of my favorite devil fruits in One Piece so far. I loved already Mr. 3 when it came to be in Little Garden, and now with this guy, I think as I said, it pumped the fruit more with the sentient concept and the golems. Very nice. Very nice. So just to do a small recap of what I've been talking today, I've been talking about Prince Grus having the fruit that he has. He creates golems. I think it's a foreshadowing for Imu. I think Gorosei are golems, let's say golems or sentients of Imu, and demons created by Imu or assimilated from other characters by Imu, controlled by Imu like a puppeteer. They are sentient, so they have their own reasoning and their own character, their own interests, but they are controlled and they can be absorbed back. I think they will be absorbed back to Imu. I don't think we will see all of them disappearing. Probably Samurai Gorosei, Ethan Baron will stay alive because the difference of the design. If not, I don't know why you will do a different design. So the ones with suit, all of them are gonna go. Maybe the younger stays, that's Jupiter. The other, I think, will be absorbed by Imu now when we finish Egghead. I think in a matter of 5 episodes more or less. This probably happens already. And I think as well, by absorbing them, Imu can potentiate and augment the other guy's strength, the other guy's haki, the other guy's power in general, and kind of expand the range and the power of the ability that they have. So I think this kind of centaur, zombie skeleton with ice powers, swordsman, is gonna be pumped because he caught, Zoro was able to stop it, but kind of similar power. It needs to be more dangerous, so I think the other guys will be combined together, like a clay, like Prince Grus, combined together, absorbed by Imu, and given into Ethan Baron, most probably. I may do a full video talking about this, how I think this may happen, but I think that's the concept, and that's the foreshadowing with this guy, together with Imu. I think he is related to Doflamingo somehow. Probably he was Rocinante's apprentice, and it happened the other way around. Maybe at some point Rocinante was good. He had this guy good, but when Rocinante abandoned him to go with Law, he grew resentful and he grew bad, and he may have some dealings at the moment with Doflamingo probably, and with the Doflamingo family, and he is rival with Kobe. There is a lot of rivalry with Kobe there as well, and he doesn't want Kobe to be the only future of the Marines. He thinks he's the future of the Marines as well, and we don't know if that relationship is healthy or not yet, but it can be very interesting. I'm just gonna be adding a little bit of green to the hair just for the funny gag here. And I think as well we are gonna have, and right now in this hospital branch of the Marines, that Prince Grus is now with Kobe and the rest, and with Drake and the rest. I think Sengoku is gonna arrive with Suru. They're gonna talk about Garp. There will be Law reveal. They will reveal that Law is short there, and they will explain further plans, because now Law will go with Bepo and Drake, probably, and probably this guy and Kobe. So all of them, they need to start moving together. Kujaku said it is our time to shine, and it is their time to shine. I am not doing weekly reviews of episodes, and maybe if I find a lot of content from one episode, I will do a weekly review, depend of the interest of the topic. But from this week, I found very interesting. In page number 1, we have on the right hand side kind of upgraded Donkrieg walking with Jin in Hachinosu. They are in Hachinosu, Blackbeard Island. We see Pearl, that is kind of on the left hand side, very excited about the info, or fighting with someone, or very, you know that Pearl is big mouth and he wants to fight with everyone all the time. And so these guys seems like they have like a smaller crew now. They made it, good for them. They made it more than 5 days in the Grand Line. They haven't encountered Mihawk. It will be very nice as well if Mihawk is now in Hachinosu, and Mihawk and Crocodile and Boggy have traveled to Hachinosu to negotiate if they are gonna get Garp or not. I explain all of these things in my Garp video, and yeah, so it will be very interesting that Mihawk maybe now leaving the scene will cut again Don Krieg and the other guys like they are nothing on the side, and the story repeats again. And I have plenty of other videos in the channel about many other topics, talking about the current situation and what may come going forward. So feel free, please, to comment, like, subscribe, and all these things that you do on YouTube. I will definitely engage in conversation as soon as I see your comment. And yeah, this is the video for today. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you had a nice time. Just let's sign. This is DavidViadel23, DavidViadel23, and this is the Mandragon's Cave. I hope you had a nice time today. Enjoy the drawing, enjoy the theory, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much. Bye.